The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. During the World War II, four siblings, Peter, Susan, Edmund, and Lucy, were sent to live in the country with Professor Kirk. They explored the house on their first day, and Lucy, the youngest, discovered an enormous wardrobe. Being curious, Lucy stepped inside the wardrobe and found herself in a strange, snowy wood. She encountered the faun Thomas. "You are in Narnia. Let's get going before you are caught by the witch," said Thomas. At his home, Thomas sadly told Lucy that he was a servant of a terrible witch, White Witch, who had bewitched Narnia, so that in Narnia it was always winter, but there never was Christmas. Thomas also said, "I am a kidnapper, and it is my job to capture human beings like you, Lucy." Hearing that, "So, Mr. Thomas, is that the reason why you asked me to come here?" Lucy wailed. "Yes, I am so sorry, Lucy," Thomas answered. Then Lucy pleaded with Thomas to let her go. Luckily, he agreed, so she went back home shortly. Afterward, Lucy told her siblings about her adventure in Narnia. However, they did not believe her. "I've never heard a place called Narnia," said Peter. Edmund teasingly yelled, "Come on, you just went away for seconds, not hours." Lucy insisted that Narnia is real, but when her siblings looked in the back of the wardrobe, they only saw an ordinary piece of furniture. Edmund teased Lucy endlessly until he spotted her disappear inside the wardrobe. One day, Edmund followed Lucy and found himself in Narnia as well. In Narnia, Edmund did not see Lucy and instead met the White Witch, who introduced herself as the Queen of Narnia. The witch fed Edmund enchanted Turkish delight and persuaded him to bring back his siblings. On the way to the lamppost, which marked the border between Narnia and the real world, Edmund saw Lucy and was informed about the evil the witch, but he kept on disbelieving. When they returned home, Edmund did not even tell Susan and Peter that Narnia really existed. One day, when the four siblings were hiding from the housekeeper in the wardrobe, they found themselves in Narnia. Lucy took them to Thomas' house, but they were unable to find him. Instead, they found a message notifying them that Thomas had been jailed on treason accusations. When they were preparing to help Thomas, they met Mr. Beaver, who said, "You will not enable to save Thomas unless you join the Great Lion, Ocean, at the stone table." Mr. Beaver told, "It is forecasted that Asian will fix all wrongs and transform winter into spring," he added. It is also foretold that the White Witch, who only pretends to be human, will be defeated when two sons of Adam and two daughters of Eve sit on the thrones of the castle of Cair Paravel in Narnia. During the conversation, Edmund sneaked off to meet the White Witch and told her about the plan to meet Aslan. Sadly, he was not rewarded, yet was treated like a prisoner. Soon, the kids and Mr. Beaver could meet Aslan, but when they were setting up a camp, the witch with her followers came. Then Aslan and the witch had a private conversation apart from the kids. That night, Lucy and Susan could not sleep and go looking for Aslan, who they found leaving the campsite. Aslan allowed them to accompany him, but before they arrived at the stone table, he asked the girl to keep their distance and remain hidden. The witch mocked Aslan, shaved his name, tied him to the stone table, and executed him, revealing that he gave his life for Edmund's. Devastated, the girls stayed with Aslan's body all night. In the morning, the stone table shattered in two and Aslan returned from death. He became even more powerful. Then Susan and Lucy rode on Aslan's back to the White Witch castle. Variation awakened many creatures. The witch had turned to stone, including Thomas. Meanwhile, Peter led Aslan's army against the witch in a massive fight. The battle was won when Aslan killed the witch. The kids inherited the Narnia thrones and grew to adulthood when Aslan vanished. When the Pevensies passed a forest lamppost while hunting a magical white deer, they returned to their former world, where time had scarcely passed and they were once again kids.